sound of ITTY, because it doesn't seem to like really work. Try this instead. Yeah, no. Oh yeah. Now that's not exactly the ITTY sound, that's more like a modem sound. But the modem sound is what I'm looking for. Alright. Oh, everything's busted. Yes. Let's show this one and go here and find that thing. And can I see it? I cannot see it. Okay. Let's try that again. This. Yeah, we can see this. Okay, so yeah, if you go to this URL in your browser, then you'll hear what I'm trying to play to you. And basically it's like a warbly sound of all the bits of a news source called ITTY, which is using all the radio-teletype formats. And specifically the formats that we're using for ITTY is there's a 45.45 baud transmission, because that's the rate they chose for mechanical reasons. And it uses the 5-level character set, Bordeaux or ITA2 or whatever that character set is called properly. And so I wanted to decode it. And it turns out there is a piece of software called Minimodem that is exactly designed for this kind of decoding. It's a small little Linux app that decodes frequency shift key signals, FSK signals. So I did a little kind of digging of, well, what's it going to take to decode one of those? Well, then I set myself up with a terminal, with a like an actual terminal, because it's easier that way. Where's my terminal window? Here's my terminal window. There's this program called FIC that you have to go download from wherever. You got to download a tarball, and then you got to build it, unzip it, and just say make, and it builds. It builds really easy. You don't need to do anything special. There's no configure or anything. It just builds it. But then you end up with this file called FIC, which is the Linux executable that can download the WAV file from a internet TTY or equivalent kind of source. So it's meant for like Shoutcast or Icecast or similar things. It'll grab the sound file as it's streamed across the internet. So that seemed like a great place to be. And then you can pipe it through Minimodem. But in fact, I want to pipe it through Lame first, because it's streamed as MP3. So then let's pipe it through Main. So I experimented with this a little bit and made it work. So here, on the little Pi that I was working at before, it seemed to do the right thing. This little command. So let's go back on here, and in the home directory of my little Linux box, I'm gonna just alias to that. And so this little alias says FIC, and I forget what -p means, but anyway, it says go fetch this URL, and then pipe it through lame, and lame decode and tell it that it's an MP3, because it doesn't really have like headers, it's a continuous stream. And then pipe it through minimodem and send the output to the standard out. So, there we are. Let's try all of this. And put that in the end of my .profile. And let's try RTTY. And it kind of works. So, we have almost success. But can we do it from here? Well, it would be cool, wouldn't it? Because then I can just log in and say RTTY and I'll get the news. So let's just make sure that that looks right in my .profile. I think it looks right in my .profile. So over here, if I go log out, oh, that's interesting. I don't know what it's trying to do that can't handle a hard copy terminal. But then it logs out and it automatically logs back in again because of the way I've set it up. And so now I've got all sorts of aliases, which are all super useful. Let's see what they are. I've probably got too many aliases to be bothered with. Anyway, these are all fascinating, as you can tell. I don't need all these aliases. I better clean my environment up. It's terrible. But here we are. Here's that alias that I just dropped in the .profile. So when I logged back in, it added it to my alias. Okay. And all sorts of other useful things. Yeah, everything you need. Yeah. It's Unix. Alright. But you get to enjoy the hammer sound of like a hard copy printer. So, a hard copy printer terminal connecting to a Unix machine, capable of running like Zork and everything like that, but also capable of connecting to the news at the Internet TTY, which is a RTTY service broadcasted online by some enthusiasts who spend a lot of their time trying to keep it running, and submitting news articles to it, and etc. So let's see what's on the news. And this is real news. I mean, this is like actual current stories that are shared amongst teletype hams and other interested people. Coming in at 45.5 baud over the internet. So now we can sit back and read the news all day on the teletype. Exactly what it was meant to do. So I'm very pleased about this. It's RTTY on a teletype Model 33. So RTTY uses the 5-level character set. The teletype 33 uses an ASCII character set, and so we're actually translating in software between them. And also the 33 is faster than the data. The data is coming in at 45.45 board, but this machine's capable of 110 board. So it's almost twice as fast. So for every character that comes in, we could print 2. So we'll get this juddery kind of a thing. So yeah, it's not the completely original, authentic RTTY experience, because you would do that with a Model 32 or a 28 or a 15 or some of the big iron teletypes. But it's pretty close, and it's the real deal data. And we've got real news coming through. So if you want to keep in touch with the world, you need a teletype, a hard copy terminal connected to RTTY. I'll just let it run for a second. My other project at 9:30 at night at the brickyard because I love some of this machinery. So we could do RTTY on the deck rider. Or we could, if only the deck rider would connect to the computer. But the other thing I want to work with is this. It is a very ancient tectonic oscilloscope. That is part of my future plan. We're going to do an oscilloscopes class. We'll run a little class for signals and scopes. Now, what else have we got here? N, end of message. Little delay. Here's the RTTY. RTTY is RTTY. So you can see it's real. All these messages sent to general delivery, which is exactly where you want to send your news. And I'll put this in that up without me holding it on the side. There we are. So this is the RTTY. The RTTY on the teletype Model 33. And this is the teletype before. So come to Lynn, Massachusetts and learn about old computing machinery and punch paper tape on subway tile. This is part of the DEC DDP11 bootloader. And play with signals and scopes in our forthcoming workshop. And see the news. All the news that fit the print. Alright, it's kind of late. This is my first time online on the streaming for a little while. I'm going to get back into a routine of doing that. But as I say, the first thing I want to really do is dump this Google Curl off a bridge and replace it with a Raspberry Pi that has decent drivers on it. Yeah, so there's going to be that. And then, I guess I'm going to just interrupt the news because I don't want to print too much longer. So to interrupt, you press Control-C. It'll just stop that. And here we are back at the Unix prompt. So I guess Control-C is RTTY Nirodha. And with that stupid joke, I'm going to sign off. Thanks. Good to be online again. Good to be back. Enjoy.